so it makes sense. But as we head into the game, we're going to have to wait to find out. What about you? I'm giving you one last chance to switch over to Team Edward.
Nope, sticking to my guns, especially the CT start that we get to see. I mean, this is where Pashabiceps' squad looked the strongest.
Well, they're going to have to look strong right now as well, as it is going to be a very fast play out towards this A-bomb site. Top connector smoke is what's going to be prompting the aggression. Shane sends a man flipping off, and he's got himself 2 quick ones. That's Waro to try and respond, but he's been tagged down as well. Of course, Waro probably didn't really get the chance to talk too much about. Will now take down Bayali as well. And it is just looking to be a quick 2-on-2 once again. How do we always end up in these circumstances?
Yeah, so many close clutches. And Moore's actually looking for the flank, but Snacks is sussed out. They're actually trying to double up and isolate this kill.
Might be able to do that with a quick swing out. And this is where got to be careful if you're Waro, letting Bondik go first. And Bondik's got the frag. Now remember, they've technically only showed one player there. Unless there's differences in the agent skins, which is always frustrating if that is going to be the case. But Pasha has no idea where the second player is going to be. The question is he going to be reading into this rotation from Bondik or not? And doesn't look like that should be the case. 40 seconds on the clock. Bondik can just thunderfoot his way to the B-bomb site, get the bomb plant down, and try and play it out for the post.
Yeah, looking for information there for Pasha is so impossible with the HP that he has. If he doesn't clear one angle, any sort of tag would do, so Bondik can get secured into a post plant. Pasha's still worried about a potential push, but Bondik can just play time.
He doesn't have a kit on Pasha either, so time becomes even more of an issue in this regard. Love how Bondik's playing this out, just completely nestled away into a corner. Pasha's even going to be coming through to try and clear this. Bondik reveals his position, bullets going all over the place, but he gets one right as Pasha looked like he auto-jumped into his crosshair. And that's a first round secured for Edward.
Yeah, it seemed like things got a little bit heavy-handed there. Pasha, little jump while taking the fight, but also was running low on bullets. And you can't shoot accurately while you're in the air, let alone get the headshot that he absolutely needed. Bondik had all the advantage. Great post plant, no kit on Pasha, so good clutch and good read that Pasha wouldn't rotate over to that B-bomb site. Upgraded pistols here for Team Pasha in response after losing the pistol, and Shane will immediately find his way into a Galil. What a opener onto the captain of Team Edward.
It is funnier if you say the Edward of Team Edward.
The captain of Team Edward. He is Edward, in fact.
A lot of control still kept over all of, let's say, bomb site quite deep, to the point where Shane has not been forced off or anything like that. No pressure being exerted, and with the utility being this low, you've only got 2 smokes and 2 flashes. This is going to be a very difficult round to get past. The only saving grace here is the fact that there are 2 USPs and 1 P250, so not the sharpest pistols in the world, but they can hurt. Especially with 4 of them on the A side.
Yeah, forward position from Pasha at B, so they can feel comfortable in this lean.
Bondik is just slow firing everything, needs to get this immediate headshot. He pre-fires Shane, gets it done, but Mihu's ready for the swing out as well. Can't be refragged, and Demq's coming in to make this a 2-man push down Palace as well. It's about the weakest waterfall you'll see, but Wara's got the timing as he moves through the smoke. Demq with another one, and they've only got 1 player left to deal with. That's Pasha.
Flanking.
Who's come in for that flank. Should get 1 for free, but he's missed out the bullets, and Jackie can turn around and turn the round around with it as well.
Oh, seemed like he might have just had the upper hand, had the chance at a free kill once the bomb was getting planted as well, but Pasha flubs his lines. Great shots from those Deegs on the defensive end, but Edward able to pull it back together in spite of the fact that the man himself was gone. That's what the Ukrainians pull through. And so Team Pasha back onto rifles. That was a low investment round, and they did a lot of damage. So actually against Team Heat in that Pasha were able to get quite a few force buy wins or sort of low econ round wins. So the fact that they pulled so close isn't really a surprise. He's not able to convert this time over. very slow round, and they've worked into this mid control. The smokes would fade within the next 5 or so seconds, so redeployment of extra fresh smokes to actually converge on a position would be certainly nice. Molly on short as well, so they can take some space in ladder room.
We saw a great moment from Bialdi in window yesterday. I'm hoping we can see a few more over here, but it's Bondic to find the time to end Snacks' time on the server. Mihu swinging out. Has been a bit of a refrag machine at times as well, but he doesn't notice a player who's already moved inside the ladder room. Now, this is going to be a very awkward spot for Bialy, as he's expecting Mihu to have given that call out, but now Mihu knows Waro to get the one, but it's still the quick refrag. Rotation towards his A bomb site will be necessary should they desire to be able to get this round out, and that is definitely in the cards. The bomb posturing in towards it. With 25 seconds left, they need to make their way over and fast.
Yeah, they're stacking this A bomb site here on the CTs as well, so they need to get this bomb planted quickly, and the entries are going to be pivotal. Jackie, first kills in, the taps are great. Mihu stopping progression, but it's actually that bomb that has to cross, and they have to prioritize it, trying to get the security of it. Bondic falls, but Mihu's so low, can't follow up.
If he'd had the HP, maybe there was still something to do over here, but suddenly this becomes an impossible round for him. Ward has shut him down, and despite the hero's effort from Mihu, his teammates are left without getting a single kill amongst the rest of them. Jackie, sharp entry onto the A bomb site, made what could have been a very difficult round into what was ending up to be a certainty instead.
It's so cool as well to see that underpass kill that Bondic got onto Snacks, because that is one of those veteran moments where, because they would have played each other a fair amount of times, especially in the early years of CSGO. And that's the kind of spidey sense that tingles every so often when you realize Snacks is in the server. Man, sharp shot there from Mihu. War already taken out of the equation. Another one offers his head up on the same angle. Come on, Jackie, you madman. Me.
Hey, Jackie, come on. You can't be spraying around that. Spraying into that corner is the #1 way of getting killed by Deagle. Bondic! Sorry, buddy. He will end up falling to Jackie, but he's already done the damage he needed to, and more.
I can't believe they kept giving him the same angle.
Oh my god, Pasha, that's the ultimate drive-by! The bomb's at the ground as well. Full information is there. Snacks is trying to rotate back over to the B bomb site in a read that they should be coming in here as well. And with the top connector smoke, they might as well be. Shen has realized this as well. Snacks is already in position in apartments.
Elite.
This is such a smart round. Oh my goodness, he's just played this out perfectly. He just has to wait for them to make their way over. Are they going to check this? No, they're not. Now the bomb's going to reveal itself as well as it tries to get itself planted. Snacks is waiting for that very same trigger, and they are not expecting someone here this late at all. Snacks will get in the damage, but can he get the kill? Yes, he can. Fades away, spots out Demku as well, and the cross is being spotted by Shen. Snacks is a mastermind.
Yeah, man. His game sense and his rotates are so damn quick. As soon as that bomb was dropped in mid, he had no hesitation about getting himself in at van. And just an impossible position to clear when you have confirmed information of where Shane has been playing and where Snacks was last spotted. Only one kill that he got, but all the one kill that he needed.
I mean, every single one of these late run situations, whether he's able to win them or not, Snack seems to read them perfectly, with the one exception being the double walk clutch. Hey man, that's an honest mistake as well.
Yeah, his Mirage sense is elite.
Yeah. Mihu, however, has been brought down. Snacks has got a grenade kill as well in the mix of things, and it's Bialy to come through with the assist. The rotations have been good, and Bialy, well, he just wants to jump into the fire, and he meets the Deagle. Demku is a matchmaking expert, and I mean the marital kind, because he is putting these Deagles together with the Pashabiceps squad for the rest of their life.
Yeah, running around the world here, Pasha, last seen CT, now off of short. Knows that Demku will take his time, but also cannot fall victim to this Deag. Distance will be his friend. One tag, even at that range, would be enough for Demku to secure this, and once he gets his hands on an M4, could be even more lethal. Is he actually going to rotate back? No shot. Demku just making sure that his back is covered, but If he tried gunning it to the other side, it would be a massive danger. Doesn't have that option anymore. 20 seconds, has to make a move, and planting default would at least stop him from being seen from Pasha on the cross.
I have to say, I really appreciate the willingness of Pasha and company to actually go for these super long rotates as well, but this one might not have worked out for him. DMQ straight back in Palace. Tangle should be impossible to deal with unless Pasha can actually get ahead of it. Maybe get himself on top of the bricks and take a quick peek in, but there's so many different angles to be concerned about. Oh, Pasha's going for just that very same thing, but he's revealed himself! Thought that corpse was a man that he had to deal with. DMQ can now back off and fade away. 10 seconds and Pasha, he does have a kit, but DMQ trying to take the peek forward, takes a tag as well. Pasha needs to stick it now and DMQ knows it, takes the peek and he makes it look easy.
Yeah, great job. Great patience there from DMQ as well. Got a number of those kills as well on the ramp pursuit that Team Edward tried to burst onto that A bomb site with. And then just played it so patient. So patient, in fact, that I think Pasha may have even had his doubts that it was going to be an A-side finish. But, like you said, the long-ranged distance that he went for doesn't actually work out to deal with that plan or stop it. Team Edward, good lead, and starting things off nicely. Rifles are back here for Team Biceps, but not on everyone. It's a B collective, a hive of players here for Edward on the latter portion of the map.
When Snacks lying in wait with the AWP might be just enough to be able to make quick work of this. Mihu's just getting hyper aggressive down in mid in the meanwhile.
I'm really waiting to hear if somebody's jump spotting or something of the sort. Maybe they'll even read into the fact that there's someone holding a distance. But an AWP? How could they know? It's a glass cannon AWP at that there from Snacks, but Edward gets the kill he needs to secure some space.
If Edward had fallen there, Snacks would have had a real opportunity to make his way back onto this bomb site. Instead, a deep Molotov will block their way out. Edward to even take a peek behind it, smokes down on top of it. This retake is looking to be more and more difficult as time goes on. Bialdi spammed down as well, and a flashbang that's being lined up. And instead, DMQ's the one to fall. Grenade that goes deep is not going to find anything. Shen's already onto the bomb site. Pasha's good for one. Shen's getting the spam out as well. There's so little HP on Waro left, and he's too far away to make a difference at all.
Yeah, trying to make his way into the apartments to reposition, but lost all of his teammates while he was thinking about that, so out of spot, out of mind. Pashabiceps. Critical kills from a number of those players. I mean, if not for the fact that Waro survives and Mihu falls, could have been a team ace, but every one of those players on the retake finding the impact they needed to. Pasha even good heads up, you know, deep smoke into the market door, and he just spammed straight through it with the MP9. Found Edward without seeing him. Just the Waro saved weapon that they can work around. Trying to inch forward on the boost. Shane, good flash. Edward found. Took a while, labored spray, but gets the job done. I don't think I've ever seen this boost work like this. They're like just slowly inching.
I have to say it is slightly strange, but maybe it's about to catch on Mihu. Well, it would have, but you got to get the kill too.
Mihu knows there's no such thing as magic in Counter-Strike, so floating player immediately knows that there's a player that was boosting him, and okay, pigeon shooting.
I still remember the ridiculous self-boost you could do on trains, pigeons.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. That's some old school lore.
Yeah. Of course, for context, for people who might not have been around, there was a flying pigeon that actually behaved as a object that you could stand on top of, but it was also a pigeon that flew, so you could see what happened there.
Yeah, you could also, once upon a time, boost on flashbangs and grenades, in fact, because they were collidable objects.
Okay, I didn't know about that one. Was that ever used for something
no,
cool?
this was a silly trick. It didn't exist in the game for very long.
Neither did DMQ, actually, so, yeah.
Good molly as well there from me, who stops them getting out of the window, but immediate smoke that's down. They spot that there's an entrance into the B bomb site, and the leg from Snacks will be hit, but Edward decapitates the AWPer. And plant secured, man advantage here for Team Edward. They have great positions to hold onto this as well, and dodging out extra nade damage would be ideal. They have kits, they have util to flush out positions when kill from the alley equalizes.
Jackie, however, still able to find the quick return to advantage for them, and Jackie's still very much alive. Fakes out the drop from the bench, and he's got himself another one. This one-way smoke is working wonders. But now the one-on-one. Shen without HP, Bondic with every advantage imaginable. Shen shouldn't have a chance in this one. Oh, even fakes out as if he's gone back over there. Shen gave himself a chance over here, and he's still taking the peek once again, trying to stick the defuse, and he doesn't have the chance. Bondic still in hot pursuit, trying to get the frag, and he will get it done. Make sure that there can be no saving, although I think Shen would have probably gone down to the bomb blast radius anyhow with how low he was.
Yeah, the baits and the audio cues there from Shen were perfect, but really solid work there from Bondic, just playing things slow and making sure he didn't fall victim to any of those baits, because, yeah, HP was low on his opposition, but all it takes is a nice clean AK headshot. Another boost, this time for War on the AWP, not a Galil. An immediate smoke and ramp means that AWP can find nothing. Wonder if Shane will take space. An AWP shot like that can sometimes be an indication that they fall off the angle. You're kind of like a dang nabbit. You foiled me again, you ruthless smoke. They wave their fist angrily. Yeah, Shane actually playing inside of the ramp, so reading into this well.
Ooh.
Not well enough.
Not well enough at all.
Yeah. If he'd held position into A ramp, that actually is great territory to hold for a potential A-side play, but they're playing very default here for Team Edward, feeling out the map.
Also makes it so the Bicep squad can't actually stack over towards any site, which is something that they've been going for quite often early on with the aggressive pushes that some of the extremities players have been willing to go for. Player spotted out, that's Bialy, whose position is now known, but he actually gets out of the smoke and into Bondic's crosshair. Deep grenade as well. Mihu is not going to be feeling too happy about this. Waro can't cut him off. He seemed to be ready for that position, but not ready to pull the trigger.
Didn't spot the window boost, so a potential flank and another avenue of attack onto this A-bomb site means that these three players can converge. It's Biceps. Pasha himself with that ult, but he doesn't shoot. Quick switched way too quick and trying to get the adjustments on the Palace player, but not going to hit anything.
That's just one of those moments where you can see it's the ring rust kicking in. Snacks is making his way back over, but with Demku firmly in position inside windows, it's going to be very difficult to get this retake sorted out. Bondic, of course, has separated himself from the rest of his team, so maybe there's a room for errors to be forced out. Pashabiceps as well, making a fair bit of noise as he tries to make his way back over. Spotted out Demku as he's trying to save this AWP. Snacks is just going to have to be content with a few kills, and he will get at least the one on Edward. Bondic cuts off Pashabiceps, and Snacks, man, what would I have given to have him have a kit at this moment?
Yeah, I think similarly for him, he's like, oh wait, so they're both chasing you? Okay, I mean, theoretically I could have gone for that, but the hunger was certainly there from the remaining Team Edward players. They didn't care about the bomb so much. They just wanted to make sure that AWP didn't make it its way into the next round. And that goal was accomplished. That's some good working of the map, some good slow pacing to change things up. Jackie once again boosting up Waro. In fact, it's boosts all over at B. Snacks getting a bit of elevation as well to fight the Delpan position.
I never actually did see the clutch from Delpan, or the play from Delpan, which is what warranted it being called the Delpan position.
Sometimes it's not even about plays, it's just about where players frequented the most. And because of that significant play from the NBK spot on Cash.
Yes, he did.
Well, yeah, he had maybe a couple of great side holds, but no sort of like, you know, iconic legendary moments. You know, I'm talking, you know, the super highlights. He would always have very good holds from that spot, and he even said in an interview recently that it wasn't even because he liked playing that spot is because, you know, he'd get baited, and that was the one spot he couldn't get baited in on when holding the bomb site.
Oh god, Prince, yes, man.
Yeah, it can be quite funny.
Gotta miss it. My god. That's so funny. Of course, NBK, another one of those players who's very well be playing over here. He, it was actually back in 2018 or 19 that I actually interviewed him, and that's when I told him that it was like the 10-year anniversary of him being called Vakarn's Player of the Year for French CS, and that was back in, what, 2010 or something, or maybe 2009, something like that. And then 10 years later, he was at the ECS event over in London where I think he made the finals, so pretty cool stuff.
Won a major way before your interview, though, so, you know.
I mean, that wasn't the point of it, Michael. Just saying that he was there 10 years later, still looking to be in the final of the big events.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Flash keeps Jackie blinded. Alright, let's spot out a second player over there as well. They've been consistently trying to get aggressive from short. Mihu finding a lot of success here. And this round will be no different.
Yeah, Jackie had so much info there, but he just couldn't figure out which of the targets was going to face him. Good effort from Mihu to get that advantage, but nice pick back from Bondic. Equalizer. Oh. Shane still standing his ground, and actually they weren't doubled up, so no trade. Shane can get out.
Edward will be able to get the trade across the map, though, and with the bomb being this far away, Bondic might want to reconsider and consider to double right back, but now that he's revealed his position and has taken the initial duel, Pasha forced off the angle, and instead it'll be Warrior to return to recover the bomb, and they do look to maybe even be going in towards his B-bomb side. The gap in the smoke is something that Snacks is exploiting, but actually it might be something where he's been baited into it, because at the same time Bondic is looking to phase this one out, and Snacks, as he moves backwards, might be caught out, but Snacks is just too smart, man! Just waits in the corner, sees Bondic making his way over, no space for Bondic in this map.
Yeah, and after the attempt was seen, you know, after Bondic is spotted, they actually divert their attention over towards B, but Mihu doing good job, doing some good work, at least, of preventing them getting out into the bomb site. And so rotates were there in time. Yeah, Snacks always feels like he's a step ahead in some of these moments. Wanting some good counter kills in these mid-round moments, but Snacks is the closer. Seems like we might see a bit of a half recovery here from the Pasha squad. The Papito family, perhaps. 1-for-1, another trade kill here for Bondic, but probably a little sad that he couldn't stop Bialy from getting his. Shane's hot on the heels of one of these T-side players as well, but we saw a situation similar to this yesterday. While one player runs and you walk behind him, you're always going to be so much further. So actually chomping at their heels can be a difficulty.
Always.
Kind of be a silent guard dog.
Always a strange position to be in, that's for sure.
Oh god, the timing might be even poor for Shane if Bondic picks this up. Oh god. Shane's got the flank, and Bondic, once again, a trade kill in spite of the fact his teammate falls. 3-on-3, and they're spread thin here on Team Pasha.
Mihu might be the one to make a move, though, as he is getting a bit aggressive outwards. Gets full information of the lack of players in middle. And this is where Edward and his low HP need to be very careful. He's been given the information, the sound cue's given out. Pasha as well, playing a very defensive position, means that Mihu will be the first one to take contact, and his position should be known and found. Edward to take him down.
Yeah, great kill once again, and pushing out of the palace. Oh, Pasha not looking the right way whatsoever. Such a late pop out of the upper site, the upper side of attack onto A might be a mistake, but so is actually planting it frontside triple. Snacks dropping that bomb, trying to get an isolated duel, and finds the nade onto Edwards, so it's a one-on-one. Snacks may just pull this one off. Bondic's got 3 kills so far in this round, but the quick reposition, the quick escape into Palace might be something that Snacks doesn't anticipate. A really, really long clutch, and not a lot of time to play off of. No kit here for Snacks.
Every single time Snacks has been in these one-on-ones, this Palace position for Team Biceps has been their bane. Earlier on, of course, it was Pasha, not Snacks, but it's proving to be so difficult, checking out every single angle. Smoke down as well. Can't go for the defuse. It needs a full 10 seconds, and now the time is running out too low. Snacks will realize this as well, and he's fading off to try and save this AK. Bondik, what a round from him, being able to isolate out Mihu, finding the crucial frags necessary to actually push Edward in towards the 8th now at this stage.
I mean, almost a massive blunder as well that Snacks capitalizes on this front side triple plant. I mean, you could very well see him win it as soon as he got the nade kill, but Bondik was very quick to make his move, knowing that Snacks likes to play a patient game. Go for unforced errors. You look at somebody like Snacks, he's certainly one to capitalize.
Yeah, if anyone's going to be Snacks,
close,
that's for
critical clutch. Snacks still holding on to that AK from the round prior. Gap in the smoke, and they'll capitalize. Not even Snacks that gets the kill. Bialy, Deeg is what strikes first, and the burst in B is a guarantee here for Team Edwards. Snacks is in a spot where he can stop them pushing into market, so retake's still on.
Problem is going to be Edward coming in from the back, and he's got himself the spam on 2. Snacks and Posh are actually getting a lot done on the bomb site itself, though, and suddenly it's all come crashing down. Demq, a 1-on-3, a round that should have been impossible for them to lose out, and now instead he has to come through with his heroics. Sharp shooting for the first, spots out the second, but Pasha uses the timing to swing, and it will be the defuse to come out. A saving round, if I've ever seen one. Team Pashabiceps being given one last ladder back up to the good days.
Yeah, it was this mid-collapse, and as soon as Snacks is able to get these couple of kills over on that B bomb site, once they deal with the mid player, suddenly Demq's forced in a position he should have never been in. A 1-on-3 that he pulls to just a 1-on-1, but too many targets, great trading. And around the, like you said, Pasha's, the Team Pasha should have probably never won. Still a chance at making this half as closely contested as possible. 8 rounds already secured for Edwards' Ukrainian boys. And Pasha's Poles just looking to turn the table just as we end up in the latter stages of this first half.
Oh, first duel lost out, doesn't matter. Demq's there to trade.
Love that as well. Okay,
Yeah.
Jackie's got a kill in mid, but Bondik and Demq change positions. Usually it's been Demq leading. This time it was Bondik, and so the trades are a little bit more lenient to the younger guns. Great flash, and Bialy capitalizes, so back to even Stevens.
Well, Waro actually managed to catch Mihu out of timing where Mihu was trying to pull his gun back out in his swiftness, but unable to do that. Snacks will spot out those feet any day of the week. Demq is not going to be able to sneak past. What are you trying to do here, buddy? This is Snacks we're talking about. Straight back to a 2-on-2.
I mean, with how mobile Snacks can be, do you expect him to sit behind a smoke? Maybe not. Or maybe he didn't. Good kill from Bialy, and so it's this VP dynamic duo to see if they can pull this one back. Waro, low HP player in front of him, but missed out on the opportunity. Gonna allow him space to plant.
I mean, Waro should realize that there's a player coming over. Snacks is going to be giving him the fair duel, but will be able to win it out right there and then. And with this, Edwards' money is put down to nothingness. They'll only have enough for a Tech 9 buy, maybe some Deagles in the mix, but yeah, that's some good set of rounds, all predicated off the back of one round that Pashabiceps and company should not have found.
Yeah, and in these pivotal close round moments as well, it has been the VP core that we've been highlighting time in, time out, making some of these big plays. Player top mid, Bialy has no idea, they're so quick. Oh god, the nade gives up the position though, and hello, Demq, you're a freebie.
Not something we've been saying very often. He's actually been one of the players to be doing most of the refragging in late round situations, but maybe this is where the Deagles can start to come through. If Snacks wants to go for a jump spot or two, the flashes are down. Bondik is joining them out of the afterlife. Snacks is trying to hold on to this bomb site. Jackie good for the one. Grenade's not going to do too much to Snacks, and he's catching out players mid-air as well. Playing the smoke like it's his own home. Knows every single nook and cranny. It's Bialy to seal the deal, and Team Pashabiceps will be able to claw together a 7th round. Mihu and Snacks once again leading the charge.
Yeah, Snacks and smoke maneuvers, it's honestly like bread on toast. He does
bread on toast.
Butter on toast.
Indeed, bread on toast.
Yeah, I mean, bread is actually toast, just, you know, in a different form. Anyway, he looks so comfortable in situations like it. And you can see just that, you know, the little sound bait to move left, but actually peeking right. You know, any small advantage he can gain in hectic moments, Snacks will always make use of those smokes to full effectiveness. And now we'll see if that momentum carries into the second half pistol. Just a grouping effort from Team Pasha over at B, and smokes being lined up already.
Jackie's trying to indulge out any flashes that are going to be coming over his way, but he's fully blinded out. The grenades are good, the damage is better. Demq to deal it out, and Jackie to come in for the second man attempt as well. Some sharp shooting. And these are some terrorists who are missing their heads. A jumping shot from Edward as well. Why the hell not?
Yeah, Tease didn't get out of the apartments. It's unideal, but great shooting from the initial sight line that they have to cross. Once these smokes are down, you know, they have their own protocol in place. Smoke in at Forest, and Jackie can just keep on popping heads. Definitely one of our pivotal players when we looked at their opening game against Team Heaton. Jackie was opener to a lot of rounds, but also sometimes the opening kill to the other team. It's all Glocks, all the way down.
Also known as
Snacks.
Jackie's Snacks. They can just come through, rip them apart, get that money. The haymakers going. Maybe donate an offer for Waro, but Waro doesn't need no donations. Waro knows how to make his own money, even if it is a significantly less efficient way of doing so. And as he loses out his life, he'll lose out his armor as well. Waro, that's what happens when you put yourself at risk inside the MP9.
If Demq were a little bit more accurate on the underpass play, he could have probably saved Waro. So he's kind of looking at the two bodies that sat between him. I'm so sorry, I've let you down. No issue though. Most of the rifles that they brought in saved over. And Team Pasha on full by themselves. We'll be missing out on some critical Molotovs to prevent peaks, but smoke splashes, those are the most ideal. Mid control already secured as well for Team Edward. Or rather, Team Biceps, we swap sides. They can be so tricky around smokes, these guys. Ellie as well, just trying to hunt for an extra kill if somebody peeks from the bottom stairs.
Of course, this is just...
Like an A-burst.
This is just going to be one of those situations where you start to wonder how fast the Team Edward are going to be able to rotate back towards the side itself. The Biceps were very quick about it, but that was very largely due to their extremities players being so willing to push all the way out. How many times did we see Snacks pushing all the way through apartments? So many.
Yeah. Even Shane was holding some flanks as well from A, so... Kind of looked like they were setting up for an A-side pop here for Team Edward, but they're still waiting things out. Thought they were actually going to be in decent positions to contest that on that A bomb site, but smoke over. Oh, it doesn't actually land on the site. Just don't even know where that smoke has landed, truly.
Boost up from Waro, not expected, yeah. This is where Edward wants to come into play. Bondix dropped down the bomb. Long range with the FAMAS, very successful. Not something I say every day of the week. That is impressive shooting coming out from the FAMAS.
Yeah, not always the most accurate weapon at distances like that, but yeah, quick headshots, bouncing between the angles. You know, it talked a little bit about how I think 1.6 players in particular can be very, very effective on the FAMAS because the aiming was very, you know, tap-focused or very burst-focused, and that's where the FAMAS can truly shine. You have a lot better sort of tracking aimers and recoil adjustment players in today's game. The art of the burst somehow lost to time.
I don't know what the... Oh my goodness, that is dirty. Snacks just makes that look easy. Heard that one-way smoke going down and knows exactly what he needs to do there.
Yeah. Saw so much of his body as well. I think War didn't realize how much he was exposed.
And Well, looks like a B-pop is still being lined up over here, and Bondic and company seem to have sussed this out. Bondic's rotation back over is coming through soon. They've realized that Snacks went back over, but is this going to be too little too late? Demq's dropped the bomb. Still keeps the spam going on. Going to be able to find Biceps as well, and although the players have made their way onto the bomb site, Bondic is lying there in wait to quickly remove them from the premises.
Yeah, good shooting from Bondic in a lot of these rounds. He's been consistent in trade kills, been as well very reliable on the site holds. He had some good first plays on the A-bomb site. Now rotating B, no problem. Pretty deep molly, and Edward actually looking to get a little frisky from connector. Molly will stop him though. Didn't want to smoke it instantly. Didn't want to make it seem like he was so willing to fight. Flash actually full missed. Edward, good heads up to dodge out that utility. Shane was a sitting duck. Thought he might have the upper hand. Edward pushed down to 2 HP. They can't finish off the job though.
Man, the repositioning straight back and letting mid go completely from Team Edward is, rather from Team Pasha, is definitely interesting to see. Top mid smoke is chucked out so that they can potentially threaten anyone with a thought of a lurker, but they've got so much information over there as well. The window smoke, the short smoke, all of those. This is all to try drown out information, give Bialy space to be able to find a kill, or to at least put him in a position where he can surprise them when the rest of the teammates are trying to burst in. Bialy is good for that one, but is there going to be anything else coming in to follow up? Beautiful shot from Pasha, and Snacks has now come in to play as well. What a round, man. That's so reminiscent of everything we've come to expect from VP. This is beautiful.
Yeah, and Jackie, hoping that someone pushed him in jungle, dealt with. I mean, the fact that all of them are getting tapping kills is kind of just a marvel to watch. It's never usually that clean on a round, but then you have Pasha tapping plate people out, Bialy, Snacks as well from the connector. Yeah, it's very characteristic of times of old.
Also, just you could see how worried Team Edward was when they see these smokes and everything coming out, and they just get completely bamboozled. It's just, God, I miss this. Looks to be a fast B-side bursting play being prepped up from Team Biceps, and Jackie with a mag 7 could make this a little bit more difficult. 2 quick kills found, money-making machine, and Waro, well, he's gone and got himself another one. What could have been a round to try and seal the deal for Pasha to bring things back ends up instead being Team Edward able to get this quick mag 7 action.
Yeah, it looked like they actually had a good timing at first, and then Jackie getting those 2 with the mag. Too fast to react, too fast to calm anything over. The comrades that have fallen. Snacks is in for a world of hurt. Full blind kill though. Actually moves it in transit. Took another shot to the chest, but is whittling down those numbers, making this at least costly here on the side of Team Edward. May even make it worse than that. Could actually find himself into a win. Bomb dropped on that site, but there are 2 players holding a crossfire.
Like, this is how every single one of Snacks' iconic plays starts. 3 players end up falling, and this is when maybe the rest start to make mistakes out of fear, but Demq will not be just another clip in the history of Snacks' many, many conquerors.
Yeah, I mean, you consider that he starts that clutch put down to 30 HP. Shouldn't have had many more kills, but Snacks a man of many surprises. Like A is the focus here for Team Edward. Oh, okay. Kill onto Pasha through the smoke. Tried to get a little bit of space or get ready for the pop, but an ideal start. Man down, and smoke sailing over towards top con will at least bloom in time, but they've got 4 players close proximity, and Shane already plucked out.
Oh, Warwick goes and gets himself the second as well. The grenade will be sailing right past Mihu. Not to do too much damage. Snacks will at least refrag this one out, and with enough time that the CTs feel like they have space to make moves, this might be a mistake. Jackie trying to make his way back over from mid, and Mihu uses the smoke to move past and keep an eye out on Connector instead. This is given a lot of space to Mihu. If he can find that kill on Demq, there was some room, but instead caught looking the other way, and Bondic will do the same to Snacks. Just shoots him down. 14 secured for Team Edward.
Seems like they're delivering the pain train. Looking good here, Team Edward, and some of those fumblings, some of those sort of early round moments are coming back to bite Team Pasha again. It feels like there was so many sort of advantageous positions that were lost out in the nuke game that we saw against Michael Lele's squad as well. And now they're not even getting advantageous spots. Team Edward are picking them apart.
So quick to make their way straight down mid. Edward. Deep grenade should be able to do some decent damage. Keeps them low. Waro wants to get busy in the meanwhile. He's been more than happy to peek into some dangerous situations, and Waro, well, makes it look easy. Multi-frags galore for him, even if his teammates have been falling around him, so Team Pasha does actually have a solid chance over here. They just found one more, but the missed shot, and Bialy is forced to peek back into it. Needed to get at least one more kill before he went to fetch the bomb if he wanted a chance in the round, and 15th is secured from Edward.
Yeah, fast flicker and quick trigger. Waro hitting some very nice shots on that AWP. And this is the thing, you know, there are so many different AWP candidates in the server. You know, Snacks, Pasha, you know, they're both sort of more hybrid type AWPers for their time. Neo as well would sometimes pick it up. There was so many options back in the days, but when they're back against the wall, Team Pasha, options are fairly limited. Back to mid control, it seems to be, but Team Edward, once again, having some great dominance on the CT half. Bondic as well, the nade. He was sending those two people running, and he catches Bialy before he can retreat.
Oh, Snacks. He doesn't know how close he was to be able to get that kill, and now he's just dancing around with Edward. It seems like we're back in 2014, but as perhaps then Snacks will be able to take this one away. Deep Molotov, but they don't realize where Bondic is playing in from. He's good for the first and quickly traded out. Still, space for the rotations to start making their way over. Snacks is about to walk into the crosshair of Waro. Just takes him down. Mihu does the same to Jackie. Demq, the lone survivor. Money on the CTs isn't great, so wouldn't have been surprised to see him try to save, but instead, he does at least attempt it.
Yeah, I mean, what a strong game that Snacks is having. Always good as well to, you know, we kind of talked about the fact that this is a core from that VP side, but, you know, having the big proponent and the big endorser of the Pasha London school, Snacks leading the server in frags and doing such a good job on some of these lurks. Ties a bow on around that maybe could have swung Edward into their 2-0 start here in our opening group stage. Not quite so easy. Waro's hero AWP is the only thing that they can leverage in this round.
Huh. Might be enough. You never know with these hero ops. Problem is that he is, of course, playing a slightly more defensible position over towards CT spawn rather than maybe getting himself into a position where he can get down and dirty. And with the fast play up too short, the B-bomb site should be very much open for business.
Bondic's like a statue. Ever since War looked at him, I've just been looking at him on the minimap. He hasn't moved a muscle. And finally, some of the prompts in mid, it will cause a bit of movement from the gargoyles. And, well, that's why Bondic didn't move. He didn't want to get picked by an ult, but there, lo and behold, Snacks is holding for him.
Well, War is just going to be trying to save this one. Oh, Checky, yes please. A few more of those, and you've got some weapons to work with. He doesn't have armor or a kit, wow. But now they've got a dream. Pashabiceps on the lurk will be able to catch off Demq before he can make his way over and catch out that rifle, but some very clean shots, and now with that, they've got some good weaponry taken forward.
Yeah, Pasha will make sure that AWP is saved, and yeah, I mean, coming into this round, it was always going to be a bit of a gamble that AWP finds any impact, so the fact that they get away with an extra rifle on top of that is always nice, and Team Pasha shouldn't actually go for the hunt. Seems like a position where it could certainly give them a bit more room if they got rid of these weapons, but they need to prioritize their own money.
So man, 2 AKs taken forward and up as well, ready for this as a complete buy from Team Edward. Wouldn't be surprised if this is the round where they also decide to maybe try and get something a bit more aggressive to try and work things out with. The AKs can always be fun to play with in those circumstances. By what? Huh?
We've not full invested here on Team Edward, have we?
No. Edward and Jackie could have dropped, okay. Well, they did drop something right now. They dropped the ball with that push.
He's there to at least make sure that he gets his hands on that AK and can fall back, hold on to this B-bomb site, but they start a man down. Kind of an interesting choice not to go for the investment, but they are at 15. Playing for longevity, playing for the extra util that would be allowed, but don't know that would have been many other people's choice.
Slow walk up, and Chen's managed to open the bomb site up. Bondik is still around the corner with the P250, and with the op, Waro still in the vicinity. Bondik's kill is going to be crucial. Bondik's gone and got himself another one. Waro had already legged him out. Bondik on the headshot angle, unable to find anything more, but it's Demq to now start to trigger himself from over in Catwalk. Waro all alone. The 1-on-2. Mihu and Snacks have to be very careful. Snacks getting into acrobatics to try and give himself a medicine. Comes through and shuts down all attempts from Waro at the end of the day, but what a way to come out of Palace.
Snacks is lights out. I mean, just looks so sharp in some of these moments. Even when he's getting caught out by positions, you know, just goes in with a bit of style, a bit of pizzazz. Mental. It felt like Snacks was even typing. I heard a message in the chat. I saw him stand completely still, and then he just jumped out right into Waro's gaze.
Like, what's this?
You ain't ready.
I'm Palace, bro. Oh, and with what's out of play in mid, that is, of course, Mihu trying to get aggressive and see if he can find anything on the lurk, but no one found just yet. Edward traded out quickly on the contact play. Mihu's, maybe Edward didn't actually notice him because Waro's fully caught off, and now that op is gone. Edward's team is now also in a very difficult position where none of them are close by enough to try and play off of each other, so if they go for this retake, it is going to be more than just late. It is going to be abysmally late.
Yeah, it's going to be hyper-reliant on Demq getting some massive impact on this flank, and he has chosen the one access point that isn't being properly guarded. No one holding for Palace push. They're looking at ramp primarily on Bialy. So if he gets a couple of these kills, you know, it could barrel in, but it is, yeah, far too late. Now, at this point, even if Bondik gunned it straight from CT spawn, there's just no possibility. Had to increase the pace at some point or another, at least start closing in once Demq got close as well. But maybe that wasn't even the plan, just trying to go for some exit kills, and Demq will lose his rifle in an effort to get rid of more from Pashabiceps' squad.
And that's not great, because Bondik, sure, he can drop out an M4 and you'll still be able to bring together a full buy if I'm not wrong, but man, this is getting dangerously close. Edward's team is put into a spot where you could very well see them phasing away, and they've gone for the conservative route one more time.
I think the window smoke missed, so peeking mid is not ideal, but Snacks is all boosted up. Demq thought he might have been at least a little bit safe from a peek from top mid. Flash. Oh, double peek. Even better.
Pasha was playing anti-flash, if I'm not wrong. Bondik will be able to get the kill out, sure, but the smoke's all that stops the entirety of the Bulls from making their way into the A-bomb site. You still also have to remember Mihu is in middle. So these two players in the A-bomb site, they have to be very worried about two different angles of attack. And Waro taking this incredibly aggressive position inside the bomb site will be good for the first. Bondik as well comes through with another kill of his own. And suddenly Advantage swings right back in the favor of Team Edward. Maybe this is the place where they can bring together the round. Molotov forces Bondik into the crosshair of Shen. A deep Molotov as well to force Jackie to get aggressive. And this Deagle is not going to be able to find anything. Fortunately for him, the molly yet to spread. Oh my god, that Deagle shot is fantastic. The flash wasn't even actually connecting on him. And Warrow's the one to close it out. The round that looked more than a little bit unlikely is where they actually end up capitalizing. Some good stuff from Team Edward, but you definitely saw